Hello, everyone. Welcome to TaRoTAO. Um, I have been wanting to show you how I prepare my altars. It's like something very, I enjoy it very much. Well, everything is not a big deal. As you see, I have my incense, I have my cup of water, I put some fresh flowers, and I have some fake flowers over here with a bottle of the good and the bad, the yin and the yang, everything in balance. Today is balance day. I have my decks here, just in case you want to know. Or right now, today, I'm going to do a channeling of what does the best friend of another friend of mine, one of his best friends that died next to him. I'm not summoning any death because I believe and I feel in my heart that he is with the source connected, resting. And I don't believe he's in any individual form. I believe he will be in the source until um, the rapture. Uh, Okay, so in my crystals, I have a lapis lazuli. I'm feeling Isis and Nefertiti segment in it. I have a tiger's eye. I feel they're both connected. I feel segment in the tiger eye. Hello. I have a rose quartz. I have other two that I don't know the names right now, but what I'm trying to say is I have my stones and my crystals next to the water. I already did my saging with my Palo Santo and sage, and I just light up these candles. Um, purple, and purple, yellow, and pink are the ones that stayed on, not the green one because we are not channeling abundance right now. We're channeling justice, balance, and the justice in the good form. I'm not using the color blue because the color blue is used a lot, the dark blue or royal blue for the Department of Justice, and I don't want that energy. Um, Fresh flowers because um, w- this person is not really a person that will go to any cemetery and put flowers, so um, it's just like an offering. It's all about intention. If there's anything, um, there is not anything that has power of their own. You give, they have their own power, but you give the intention, and that is called magic. That's all. I'm not summoning any spirit. I believe in Jesus Christ as the Lord of Lords. I call upon Him and His mercy and grace, which I know is always with us. Um, and the Father God, our Father, our source. I also summon, I'm sorry, that's not the word. I also um, call upon Archangel Michael, which he is within me, always with me, destroyer of all evil. All of these crystals were charged by night and by day. They had rain, they had sun, the water too, the cards too, everything. Um, I want to talk about the oils. I put some oils. One is for the inner child, and one is for the heart chakra. Because right now is the heart chakra is the one active. All of you know. And I also put it on the person that I am reading and channeling this for. I put it on my hands. Usually I rub the crystals, but they're naturally charged, and I put it on me. Why? Because the smells, the sounds create frequencies invisible to us, but it just gives us a mood. A mood is a frequency. So simple. Let me take this off my screen. So, and I also put, I just search in Google spiritual healing frequency music, and whoop, it's very easy. I'm doing this because at the end of the day, all of us are gonna be doing this for ourselves, only the psychics or whatever. We are all psychics. I'm a Pisces, therefore my ability is a little bit more advanced at this time. But we Pisces wish the same thing and better for all the sentient beings. So all of you are getting there. We no longer are going to have to go to psychiatrists and psychologists and spiritual counselors because God is within us and we just have to access it within us. But faith without action is not faith. So this is a type of action and you should enjoy it. Okay? You can do anything that's creative, anything that's artistic. I know readers that paint while they give a message to the collective. So, okay, so this is actually the first time I put the cards here and I ask um, the person I'm channeling for which deck, which oracle or deck he was attracted to, and it was my favorite one is the Osho. Well, they're all my favorites. Osho Zen Tarot. What I love about this deck is that this deck transcends the wheel of fortune in the world. You no longer, as we should know, we will no longer participate on the wheel of karma. We already transcended, and from here, or we go nowhere, we're gonna serve anyways, or we go to the source, yeah, or and we become ascended masters. And we are all gonna be ascended masters. But everything is perfect. I'm gonna have to read from it because I don't know it all. So this is gonna be a 3 card short reading, unless God and the Holy Spirit ask me to do more. So thank you for listening to that because it's very nice when you can share the preparation of the altar with somebody else. I just want to ask the channeler, no, the person that I'm channeling, I'm gonna call him Biggs, because that's the name that his best friend used to call him. So while I'm talking, I'm shuffling, and I'm gonna ask him, how do you? This is a confirmation. We all know that. How are you feeling with this ambience that I just prepared for you?
Beautiful and outstanding. I didn't expect for this.
How do you feel inside? I
Very,
talk louder because they don't hear.
very emotional. Very happy. Expecting to hear.
How your mood change, your frequency change in less than 10 minutes, or actually 1 minute.
Oh, tremendously. Mood change. My mind is clear and expecting to hear the best. Expecting the truth.
Well, already a card flew out, and is the dream. Each person has their way of shuffling the cards. Each person has their own ritual to shuffle the cards. There's no one way to do this. Um, you just feel it. You just have to. As soon as you feel confidence in whatever, that's what it is. Everything is a two-way. It's a coin of two faces. You have to decide to choose the part of the coin that is the positive, but also understanding that that negative is what made the positive possible, right? So let's see. This one, this card is popping out, and it says suppression. What do you want to ask your best friend? What do not ask? What do you want to receive? Oh, another card just flew out. Magnificent.
Just to confirm that he is with me every day.
Oh no, you know that. I just want to know what message do you feel? Do you want him to give you a
The
message from
path
where
that
he
the
is?
path that I'm on, is a good path. It's a confirmation, my decisions in life, it's the right way.
Okay, so
Love your nails.
first, I want to pull out a reflection card from my Buddhist deck because it's gonna help me calm down and to balance my energies. I am water, therefore I need to balance my energies and also work with the air because the person that makes this air is an Aquarius and we need a balance. Everything is mind, remember? The power is in the mind of the heart. So, oops,
I love that. What is it?
I'm a turtle. I'm gonna go ahead and have him pull one of the cards. They're so beautiful and amazing. This is also, I love all decks that I buy. So I'm just gonna, I'm with the number four this day, so I'm just gonna do four. And I just want you to pull a card from here. Please don't see it on the back, just leave it like that. Perfect. And let's put it here. This card is definitely recommend to read the book because there are amazing the knowledge that you get and how much you can use them. I know we like to have plenty of cards. Sometimes we get obsessed with it. As long as we read the information. Well, let's start with the reflection card. Okay. The reflection card. How beautiful this artwork. This artwork was actually made by a Buddhist student. Um, I think it was in Nepal or Tibet. I think it was in Nepal. Well, she actually studied Buddhism and created these cards, and therefore the artist. Well, it says it's the number 6333, so we're definitely inherently balanced completely by God in the Trinity. That's my last name, by the way. And it's a purity card. Yeah, you have to be pure. Pure thought. That's what we're doing right now. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Those were the names of a Buddha. Of Buddha. Because there's no Buddhas. Buddha is that spark that we all have, that is part of the soul. But yes, I think each of it is particularly different. But at the end of the day, you know that we're all one, right? Okay, it says, look deep into your heart and question the motivation for your thoughts, as well as their truthfulness. Do they lead to happiness? When when you can remove your own personal fantasy stories from your thoughts, you will be able to embrace reality simply as it is and understand that there is a divine purpose to everything that happens to us. It's not about me, it's not about them, it's about us, all of us. So we start great with this. The messages on the back of the card, I love it. Already that joy is overflowing.
The birds, you hear them? They haven't stopped.
Yes, I speak to birds. How do you speak to birds? You like a kiss? Don't tell anyone. Okay, so the first card that we had was a dream. Let's see what I can see in this card. I see somebody daydreaming about love. At the end of the day, it's all about love. Love is not just the affection between a female and a male, the yin and the yang, but also there's different kinds of love. And the love that he had for his friend was unconditional. I know that by witness. Let's see what the dream card is telling us. Is the number six? So we don't look by the number of the page, but the number on the card. Actually, yes, the number on the card. Enjoy that elevator music. Okay. Can you put on the bars really quick? Really quick, really quick. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling this nice vibe? Today was a beautiful day here in Florida. A little bit hot, but right now it's a beautiful afternoon. It was a very charging sun, and we were all motivated in this house. Okay, so the dream. It says some enchanted evening you're going to meet your soulmate, the perfect person who will meet your needs, and fulfill all your dreams. Right? Wrong. This fantasy that songwriters and poets are so fond of perpetuating has its roots in memories of the womb, where we were so secure and at one with our mothers. It is no wonder we have hankered to return to that place all of our lives. But to put it quite brutally, it is a childish dream. And it's amazing we hang on to it so stubbornly in the face of reality. Nobody, whether it is your current mate or some dreamed of partner in the future, has any obligation to deliver your happiness on a platter. Nor could they even if they wanted to. Real love comes not from trying to solve our neediness by depending on another, but by developing our own inner richness and maturity. Then we have so much to give that we naturally draw lovers towards us. I really think it connects to the reflection card because there's a lot of talking of soulmates and a lot of talking about twin flames, and I went through all the stages in imagining platonic mates and imagining what was going to happen in my relationship, etc. However, the deepest love that you need to have is with God, and God is within you. So it's all about we are in new moon on Libra, therefore the balance, the justice is about balancing our own divine feminine and divine masculine, um, that egg, in order to hatch the creature that we are forming, because that's what we're working on. Little chickens. It says, the dream. This has been said again and again down through the ages. All the religious people have been saying this. We come alone into the world, we go alone. All togetherness is illusory. The very idea of togetherness arises because we are alone, and the aloneness hurts. We want to drown our aloneness in relationship. How did you feel, Biggs, when, in terms of, you felt you lost? You felt alone when you lost your best friend, one of your best friends?
It was more than alone. It was my best friend for 26, 27 years. You know?
Can you relate to feeling alone? That you
Of course. Immediately.
Okay.
I used to talk to him every day. My best friend.
Okay, let me continue. That's why we become so much involved in love. Try to see the point. Ordinarily, you think you have fallen in love with a woman or with a man because she's beautiful, he's beautiful. That is not the truth. The truth is just the opposite. You have fallen in love because you cannot be alone. You were going to fall. You were going to avoid yourself somehow or other. And there are people who don't fall in love with women or men. They fall in love with money. You can fall in love with a best friend. You can fall in love with a lifestyle. You can fall in love with going to the gym and having and doing exercises. You can fall in love with a ritual you do every day. You can fall in love with family. I had that problem. Okay. They start moving into money or into a power trip. They become politicians. That too is avoiding your aloneness. If you watch man, if you watch man, if you watch yourself deeply, you will be surprised. All your activities can be reduced to one single source. The source is that you are afraid of your aloneness. Everything else is just an excuse. The real cause is that you find yourself very alone. Is this resonating with you?
Yes.
So I think Santos is trying to tell you that you're never alone. And usually, when people go pass to the source, they become one with everything. And that's one of the first messages that they give. You're not alone.
I hear it through the music. I hear it through my job. I feel it through my people that say
So
things.
whenever you connect spiritually, you feel him because it's part of the source. So you're not alone. That's the first message that he wants to give you. The second is suppression. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think so. Right here. Anyways, it has like a bunch of chords and roots and things all over, holding on to that. Actually, today I was talking to Biggs about. We were talking with another friend, and they were both males, and they were talking about how difficult it is for them to express their emotions because there's a program that they express emotions, and sometimes you have to go by that program in order to survive the society. There's no, not anybody's fault. And I was talking about that I felt that you were not communicating your feelings, and the card number 10 is definitely a number, a holy number, the number of completion. So this is a confirmation that you're suppressing your feelings. You're suppressing the manifestation of everything you feel. And that's what we're here for. You know, we friends are for you to not give you opinions or counseling. It's to validate your feelings.
Correct. Understood.
Okay, not to tell you you're wrong, you're right, or you should do that, or you should do that. No, if a friend doesn't ask you for any advice or any opinion, please don't give it. Learn how to listen and learn how to validate. And take some time also, for you to like integrate that experience of that other person in you to develop your empathy. At the end of the day, we're all gonna have to be empaths. The third card is number 12. No, number 13. Number 13 equals number 4. I'm sorry, you guys can't see it. There you go. And as you see, it has like a type of Hindu expression in Hindu art goddess. One is holding chains, one is holding a serpent, which represents spirituality. One is holding the lotus flower, one is holding the sword, the sword of Archangel Michael. There is a phoenix on the top of your head, and there is fire. So that means that you're connected to the source, definitely. You are a person that is rising over. You're rising. You are rising. Keep it up. Don't go back. But at the same time, you're juggling everything at the same time. You need to know, what are you gonna keep holding the chains? As you see, the hands go. Oh man, the hands that have the chain. Yes, please put me that line. If you can see, it has hands that go down and hands that go up. The hands that go down, one is holding the serpent, which is that part of the spirituality that is so ambiguous, okay? And it's holding chains, the chains of your past. At the same time, the other two hands, one is holding a lotus flower, which represents this aspiration, the aspirations that we have, and is touching the nature, is grounding itself. The other one is holding the sword, so that means you're protected. And the other one is, of course, what we were just talking about, the yin yang, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine. So this is a confirmation from Santos that he is observing that exactly what we were talking this morning. You are transforming. You're rising through the ashes. But as you see, this this card, as you look at it, I want you to look at it. It's holding very tightly that serpent in that chain. The other hands are not open but are more delicately placed. So, are you holding two chains? Is this resonates with you?
Yes.
Chains of the past?
Yes.
And maybe you're a little bit confused spiritually. At the same time, it shows that you're meditating. So that means that you're talking to God. So
Always. Daily.
perfect. So
Daily.
Santos knows that because he's part of the source. Are you resonating with all this?
Yes, ma'am.
There is this card. It's a beautiful card. It is so awesome. I need the light. It's so awesome. Oh, great, great, great. I got it. I got it. Look at this beautiful card. It is so awesome because it is the card of sharing. Right now, Bix is in a situation, and is sharing. The goddess is sharing. This is the divine feminine in everyone. Is sharing light, and is sharing food, and is sharing meat. It's amazing. It has more things, but I'm not gonna make this reading too long. So it has fruits, it has bread, it has meat, and it has a candle. So this means um, I've been in the environment with Bix that we're both participating here, and we are in an environment that we have had to share. He specifically has had to share food, has had to share goodies, has had to share light and wisdom into the people that he's co living. Um, yeah, that's the word.
Yes.
Um,
Correct.
unconditionally because his divine feminine, um, that sensibility is asking him to do it. And whenever he do up the first time, he got mad, but because he was asking and asking and asking. But everything that God do in your life, it has a purpose to develop the best quality in you. So, how do you feel now that after all those, can you give me this? Can you give me that? And all that sweat that you pour every day in order to gain those things, how do you feel by providing to others that are probably using their money
I see
to
it.
buy drugs and
I see it like a blessing. The more I get more blessings.
but how do you feel? Because it's about how you feel.
Well, it makes me feel great. The more I give, the more I get more. So inside, it makes me feel like a man.
In the beginning, how did
Like
you
a man
feel?
is supposed to feel. The more a man. That's what a man does. Provide.
Provides.
That's what a
But that
man does.
sensibility that in the beginning you were defending and protecting your things.
Well, I realize it's best to give than to receive
How do you realize that?
because the blessings been coming in more. Thanks to you.
No,
You let me know this.
this is Santos talking to you.
Well, Santos know too. He was one of those
Perfect.
people too. He always gave. That's why I love him to the day I die.
So that's why I know he's definitely um, through the source giving you this message. It's very surprising for me too. Very refreshing. The other card is fighting. As you see, can you give me a little bit of light? Come on, girl.
I'm very tripping.
As you see, this no, keep it up. This fighter has an armor. It has this man with an armor, and
Yeah.
his face doesn't look happy, and the heavens seem clouded. I'm just gonna leave it like that, very simple. He has his fists very tight. Please, like,
Santos was a soldier.
remember, this is a message of him on through the other side. But anyways, um, look at his the fists. What I'm getting from this card is that you have to let go of your. We all have to let go of our armor, that man-made armor, and understand that we have the armor of the Spirit of God, which is the Holy Spirit, and it's not an armor that lives outside because it lives inside us. So I think he's trying to tell you to let go of that tension every day because the world has changed. Today, the world is changing literally to a complete balance. And you cannot have balance with spikes in your arms and with all this protection because that means that you're not trusting the universe. You're not trusting this. And this is, like I said, this doesn't have power by itself. It's the intention and the connection that we both want from God, and we ask from the deepest of our hearts beyond words.
Correct.
So I think this is a counseling, and I think it's telling you right here in the last card. Can I get some light, please? As you see, this card is called Wind. Look at this card.
Okay.
What I'm getting about this is that all of this protection that we were talking about, that men have, this divine, this masculine, you know, that's why we today in this balance of in the moon and Libra, it's a new moon. So I think he's suggesting you to understand that this protection is just in your mind. It's just in your mind that you have to really trust your heart. Trust your heart,
Always.
not what you process. Because what you process with your mind is man made. Everything you see here is man made. The heart is invisible. Um, when it communicates, it's an intention, intuition, instinct. So I think he just wants to tell you that I see it very related to the fighting card. And as you see, these two triangles are not, they're separated. It's like two negatives. Two negatives don't do a positive. So you have to get out of your mind, okay? And just take that armor, that external armor, that swagger, that feeding yourself with that mentality of revolution is already done. The victory is done, and today is a night for you to wish everything you want. And sometimes you don't do it consciously, your heart does it.
Correct.
And God knows that. So, how do you feel, Vix? Do you feel sincerely take those armors off now? Do you feel that um his friend's name is Santos, Saint? Do you feel Santos is communicating something to you?
Yeah, it makes sense. Everything makes sense. The transformation, the suppression, the fighting, the sharing, the mind, the dream, everything does make sense. Man, I just have to sit down with you for you to explain a little bit better. 'Cause I was really confused and I was really hurt after having a friend for 25 years, watching him leave in front of my eyes. But it's just a path to get me stronger. That's really what it was.
What do you think about loving yourself by taking out the armors? Because sometimes we think that putting armors and protecting ourselves.
Well, I think I really think that you always have to have armors. You can never be weak and get caught weak and get caught slipping. All the time. But to this, I don't understand it.
Can you reflect a
Maybe,
little bit on it?
well, maybe if my armors are put down more, I'll get more blessings, and I'll be able to share more, and my mind will be clear.
What about putting the externals armors out and enforcing the armor of the spirit? That that trust and that faith in the creator. Because remember, Santos is in the source. So he wants you to know that it's not from the outside. It clouds your minds in heaven.
Well, okay, I'm willing
It's
to
all
it.
in your mind.
You're right.
You wanted for a message from him,
Yes, I
right?
did. Thank you for your time. It makes
Okay.
sense. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for sharing this experience. Um, I don't have the person I'm reading for because I respect his privacy, and I'm gonna upload this video on YouTube. And thank you. It's as fulfilling for the channeler as for the person who I'm channeling for.
Yes, ma'am.
It resonated completely. So
Beautiful.
this gives us more trust, more confidence to continue doing these readings.
Beautiful. A1.
So I pray for clarity in my mind, wisdom in my mouth, and purity in my heart. Namaste, shalom.
Love it.
We love you. How
Love it.
much? A lot.
Mucho.
Mucho, mucho, mucho. Mucho, mucho.
I like it.
Cochito yo.
I love it.